Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Veach Season. We are your guest hosts, Rocky Magaña and Kramer Sansone, coming to you live from our respective homes in the United States of America. We're sitting in today for Brett Veach, who is still MIA since the big victory. I guess after the Chiefs won their third consecutive Lamar Hunt AFC Championship trophy. Last he was seen was in the owner's box, double fisting two glasses of Glenfiddich 18-year neat, just having a good old time. He said that he was going down to the 50 to take a whiz, and nobody's seen him since.
he's either taking a whiz or he's planning something.
Yeah. So, Brett, if you're out there, if you just want to just text us a couple of emojis, like signs of life, just let us know that you're okay. If you're not okay though, me and Kramer fully volunteer to go Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah.
And we will go south of the border and we will free your ass from whatever cartel or we'll just come and drag you home from whatever.
We have a unique set
Tijuana strip club that you're currently half passed out in a bowl of guacamole.
Sounds like a former Raiders offensive lineman for the Super Bowl.
Does sound like a former Raiders offensive lineman. Oh, Kramer, we are one win away from you becoming a Chiefs fan. The Chiefs have done it. The Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl for not one straight year, not two straight years. Numero tres, sons of bitches. We are back, baby. Going for the three-peat is on. We are 4 quarters of football, plus maybe overtime away from the Chiefs doing something that nobody else has ever done in history. The Chiefs have already made history. No team has ever won 2 straight Super Bowls and then made it back to the Super Bowl a third time. So right there, that's already the best 3-season run that anybody has ever had in the history of football. Nobody's ever done this before. We're on the precipice of immortality. We're just right there. It's within reach. Kramer, can you taste it?
Oh, I think I can. I there's no thinking. I know I can. The thing is, Rocky, let's give ourselves a pat on the back right now because we knew the Chiefs were going to make the Super Bowl. We knew that was going to happen. Like we've been talking about this since since the end of last year. Of like, they're going to be right back. It's going to happen again.
Never a doubt.
Dude, I'm juiced. I'm amped. I want to witness history. Like I'm all here for the history. And hell, once they do 3-peat, restart it back up. We got the 4th coming.
4th peat, baby. Keep loaded up. How many can we do? Give me a 6-pack. Give me a 6-pack before this is all said.
Can you imagine how hard that would be? The fact that they got here for the 3rd straight year is truly remarkable, dude.
Like literally, there would be riots in the streets of Buffalo and Baltimore.
What do you mean? There already is.
Yeah, like just over it. Like people would literally leave their families, fake their own deaths, and move to Costa Rica and just stop watching football because they would just be so just unable to handle.
I think a lot of Bills fans right now are done watching football. I've seen they've. By the way, you all know me. I'm not a diehard Chiefs fan whatsoever. But when you get Bills fans interacting with me, when I'm like, just get over it, people. Like, just deal with it, move on. I hated Bills Mafia. I hate them even more.
Yeah. Listen, I understand their heartbreak. We're actually going to talk a lot about this on today's episode.
Oh yeah.
Talking, we're gonna poke them a little bit and try to piss them off a little bit more because listen, sorry, if you don't want to feel shitty, then win football. Then win the football game. Like we'll get into it. We're not gonna get into it anymore right now.
Gosh, dude, I have so much.
We're getting into it here in a second, and we're gonna lead it off with a special message from a very close friend of mine. But first, before we do that, what's hot with Krame Dog?
You know what's crazy? We're getting to what's hot with Krame Dog. We're only 4 minutes into this bad boy, and you know what? That means because we're on a roll right now. Because Rocky, here in a few weeks, we're going to actually start doing what this podcast is actually supposed to be about. We're going to start talking about the draft, the upcoming draft and everything, but that's after the season. There was clocked at a pro day, Senior Bowl day. Quarterback Dillon Gabriel threw a 74.9 mile an hour ball. Day of the recording. He threw Josh Allen and Joe Milton hold the combine record at 62 miles per hour. The fact that he threw a 74.9, that boy was humming.
What was it? I think what was it? I saw Pat Mahomes do it one time and he threw 68 or 69, I think.
Really?
When he did it.
The radar gun might be juiced. But
yeah, that was when he was in he was already a pro. It was like his second or third year. It was like one of those things they had a radar gun on like Fox morning pregame or whatever, and they had him chuck it, and it was like 69 or something like that.
Dillon Gabriel's throwing almost 75 miles per hour.
Listen, Dillon Gabriel, like the only drawback to Dillon Gabriel is his height. Like mentally, he is one of the smartest. He is one of the smartest, most cerebral players in college football. He has played more games almost than anybody else for more programs too. He's led major programs, right? I mean, he was number one in the nation for most of the season at Oregon this year. Just mowing through people. He is an excellent quarterback. The problem is he's just as tall as Drew Brees, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be a good NFL quarterback. That means that he is going to be a scheme-specific quarterback. But if you get him with the right coach, like Sean Payton did with Drew Brees, or like Pete Carroll did with Russell Wilson, he could be a very, very, very productive player in the NFL. And the fact that the Oakland Raiders or the Las Vegas Raiders just signed Pete Carroll and they're looking for a quarterback.
Yep.
There wouldn't be a better guy out there to develop a guy like Dillon Gabriel and then make him into what he could be.
Hey, it would be odd watching that, knowing that I'd be a Chiefs fan at the time. But you know what? I hope nothing but the best.
Yeah, I don't want it to happen because I don't want to hate Dillon Gabriel like I hate Pete Carroll now.
Okay.
I want Pete Carroll to get herpes and just have just sores all over his face every time he's on television for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's terrible. Never say that. Never say that about
no. I want Pete Carroll to get face.
Did you see his press conference?
No, I didn't.
It was good. During it, Marshawn Lynch interrupted it with a loud Raiders. Yeah, I laughed. I laughed so hard. It was great.
Yeah,
I love Marshawn Lynch. That's a guy you can't hate. Come on now.
There's not a more experienced group of coaches than the AFC West currently.
Oh my gosh, dude! Like, the only team that doesn't have only head coach that doesn't have a Super Bowl ring is Harbaugh.
Yeah, and he's the most experienced. And he's the most inexperienced head coach in the division is Jim Harbaugh.
Yep,
that's pretty crazy because he's won a national championship at college and been to a Super Bowl as an NFL coach.
I never thought they were in it. I wanted Ben Johnson. Never thought they were going to get Ben Johnson. Heck, even Mark Davis proved that. But I really thought they were going to try to get Bruce Arians. I don't know why his name was popping in my mind a lot because it made sense because Spy Tech, Tom's guy. I mean, you already know Bruce Arians is Tom's guy anyways. So Pete Carroll in the division. Gotta love it.
It was the smartest move, the smartest thing that the Raiders have done in a long time.
Oh yeah, you can lay the foundation now.
Which makes me immediately hate it, hate the move, hate the Raiders, hate everything about it. Screw them. I hope Pete Carroll literally I hope that he loses his voice box and can't talk anymore, coach on the sideline.
That's terrible to say. Why would you say that? That's terrible to say.
I hope that his anus stops working and he continually shits his pants every day for the next
or he starts swallowing his gum and it starts making a big bubble at the back end.
Yeah, or I hope that he develops a newly discovered disease.
Okay, that's terrible. Never wish that upon somebody.
Where sores appear on your body, but they grow up, but when they pop, they're actually additional anuses. And so you just have assholes. You just have assholes all over your body, and then whenever you sneeze, you crap out of them, and it's just like constantly on the sideline sneezing and pooping out of 30 assholes.
Sounds like that you'd be efficient. You'd have to be
You would be. Just you would never eat at Taco Bell ever because nobody would want to go near you. Actually, here, Kramer, I have a would you rather for you that I've asked people in the past. Here we go. Now we're back on track for Veach season.
Hold on. Yeah, we're back, baby. It's Veach season.
We're back. All right, you're not a father yet, but imagine for a second that you find out that your fiance is pregnant.
Oh shit!
You have officially knocked her up with your strong seed, and
lumberjack.
And the doctor comes to you and they say, we have a new technology, and your son has this new disease or deformity where he's going to be born with 47 assholes all over his body. Fully functioning assholes, fully functioning sphincter buttholes placed all over his body. Right?
Yeah.
There's an injection we can give him in utero that'll heal it, but it's going to turn him into a racist.
Oh no. Wait, how would that make hold up. Okay, hold on.
What would you do?
But when I do say I do have a kid, he's gonna be half and half. He's gonna be mixed.
Yeah.
So who's he racist towards?
It's gonna be like
one. I don't want to be racist towards anybody, but
it's gonna be like the Dave Chappelle blind racist sketch where
no,
Clayton
Bigsby.
Yeah, Clayton Bigsby. He's gonna grow up hating his own mother.
Oh no. Oh no. It looks like he's having the assholes around him. We don't raise. I'm not gonna raise a racist.
So you rather have to deal with changing diapers on 37 simultaneous assholes.
You know what's crazy? That's only when he's a kid. After he grows up about 5 years old, he's got to deal with that shit himself.
You better wipe it yourself. Here, kid, I'll buy you a pack of pads. You can just duct tape.
Hey,
you can
figure it out
them all over you. Yeah, figure it out. Hey, here's a package of corks for Christmas.
When it gets 21 to switch to something else.
Be like, yeah. Be like, seriously, like he goes to to high school and they'll be like, your son showed up today with a bag of butt plugs. Sorry, those are prescribed by its physician. Those are medical grade butt plugs.
It's so he doesn't leak.
Yeah, so he doesn't leak in the hallways. It's picture day at school. We didn't want to ruin his white shirt.
Yeah. Oh no, that's your setup for failure if you leave him out and go outside with the white shirt.
Yeah,
you got a condition.
He should have a shirt that's this color that I'm wearing right now at all times.
Yeah, long sleeve as well.
Yep, long sleeve, brown pants, brown shirt.
No, you can wear jeans.
Yeah, probably jeans. You may have to just hope that none of those 40 anuses are anywhere on his face. Like hopefully his face is.
I feel like I should be able to pick and choose where the anuses are. It's my kid.
Okay, you can pick and choose, but there has to be medically so much space between each one. You can't just say.
You would definitely put one on the neck, so it looks like it has gills, because you want to make it look cool.
You would. Yeah. Oh, duh. Yeah, one looks totally cool.
Yeah, you look like badass. Well,
also, how cool would it be? As a party trick with his friends in college, where he's like, check this out. And he farts out the side of his neck and lights them on fire.
Yes. Oh yes.
That would be pretty metal.
Yeah. No, I'm all invested. That's what my would you rather would be. Yes.
Seriously, he butt plugs up every single one of them except for the two in his neck to really focus all of the gas just straight out the two neck holes, and then he's just like a sideshow freak on stage for AC/DC or something, just
Or you can have some also say if you have a wrist one or something you would you can a hand one, a palm one. So you keep a cork in that. Someone pissed me off. You just act like you need to fart or something. Shoot that thing out. Hit somebody in the face with it.
Oh man, dude. It's almost like you're Spidey. You're a shit-stained Spidey, a sharded Spidey out of your wrist, just shooting turd wads.
No, yeah, turd wads. Oh yeah. You can hit him with the mist as well. Oh, it'd be even better.
Oh man, it would be great. If somebody's trying to your kid would never get bullied because nobody would want to lay a hand on him, because anywhere they tried to push him, he could just drop a dingleberry out and just push it right onto him, and then they'd get shit on their hands. I feel
yeah. I mean, yeah.
So would you Okay, we'll get off of this subject here in the next 5 to 30 minutes. No, I'm joking. Would this be considered a superpower?
No, it would just be like another person on the X-Men. You'd just be sent to school for gifted.
Yeah, but they would be considered a mutant, though, right?
Yeah, 1,000% they'd be mutant. Whether if they want to go to Charles Xavier School or just team up with Magneto, that's that decision. I say wherever Wolverine's at, you should go where he's at.
That's a good segue because we're going to be talking a lot today about personal decisions and how you choose your future and what you decide to believe in, and whether you choose light over darkness or you choose darkness over light. And to start that off, well, before we get into that, no new 5-star reviews this week, Kramer. Shockingly, nobody has rated this show 5 stars in some time, despite our desperate efforts to do so.
Tell you what, Larry, if you just wanted to send us something, DM it to us.
Just DM it to us, and we'll read it live on the air. Like, you don't even got to do a 5-star review. Just DM us something that says, "Hey, assholes, right? Read this on the air."
I got it.
There's a pretty good chance we'll actually
new segment. Larry's lectures.
Larry's lectures. All right. So Larry, we need you to send us a weekly lecture that we can read on the air so that we can check it out each week. And then also, for those of you who are not Larry, if you just for another segment called "Hey Assholes," read this.
Just DM us or something.
Things. Yeah, DM us or something, and if we like it, we'll read it live on the air.
The joke is we'll read everything on there.
Yeah, joke is we'll read absolutely everything on air. I mean, they haven't kicked us off yet and told us to stop doing things. So as long as we keep getting away with it,
shout to fans first.
Yeah, shout out to fans first. It's like we're like Breaking Bad, where like other podcasters are like, they can't keep getting away with this.
No, we're just hiding underneath Show and BK and Brian Shiner. They don't even want to touch us.
The beautiful thing is, we're just sliding under the radar underneath the names that are bigger than us, and we're just like hanging out in like the subculture. Like we're like the counterculture, like other child that as long as we're not, building pipe bombs in the backyard, they're just gonna leave us be to be our like in our bedrooms and listening to our emo music alone with like the shades drawn. Like they're like, as long as he's not hurting anybody, just leave him be.
And they're leaving us be, definitely.
And they're leaving us be, and we're having a blast though. They think we're up here, sad and depressed and stuff, but no, we're having the time of our lives.
Yeah, you're converting a Raiders fan right now.
Yeah, we're literally like at the end of Dirty Dancing, inside, emotionally, just lifting each other up in the air.
Oh,
Dirty Dancing lift to having the time of our lives.
The time of my life.
Keep going. Our new segment is karaoke with Kramer.
I'm good.
Karaoke with Kramer. Here you go.
Oh boy, I'm good. I'm not acapella that shit. No, I'm good.
You got so many new segments coming out.
Gosh, hey, 2021, three-peating. That's not 2021. My gosh,
man. Oof.
2025. Holy shit! What
yeah.
What happened?
What did I do? Years. You just lost 4 years of your life.
What happened? Whoa,
I went to bed.
Where am I?
I woke up. It's 2025. The Chiefs are about to win their third straight Super Bowl, and my fiance is pregnant with a kid with 40 assholes.
Dude, time travels, man.
Yeah, man, it flies when you're
2025.
Doing this.
Man, we're 2025. Welcome.
This is the 25th anniversary of me graduating high school this year.
No shit. Congratulations.
Yeah, my 25th high school graduation anniversary. I will not be traveling back to my mom's house since I was homeschooled to celebrate my 25th high school graduation. Can you imagine? I just like show up at my mom's house in like a full tuxedo and like with like one of those like, "Hi, my name is Rocky" name tags.
So how old were you when you graduated?
I was 18 years old.
So no matter what, you still had to go through the years and pretty much sync everything up.
Oh yeah, no. So I didn't have to.
I have no idea how homeschool works.
I could have graduated early if I was smart enough or did the work. Like I know a lot of people who are homeschooled who graduated early, and went to I know one of the big things that homeschool kids were doing back when I was in high school was once they started their junior year, they were attending junior college over at JUCO simultaneously while also doing their homeschool high school work. And so by the time they graduated high school, they already had their associates.
Yeah. I heard about that.
And I had no desire to do that. I had no desire to graduate high school, really.
I respect it.
And so I was busy doing other things like playing Tecmo Super Bowl and fantasy football and cheating, playing poker with my buddies.
Hold on. You were cheating playing poker?
Yes.
Why?
Because here's the deal. When I was a kid, we started very young playing 5-card draw in our neighborhood, and we didn't have money, so we all used baseball cards, football cards, and basketball cards.
Okay,
right?
at least you're using that, not actual currency, because that's just not cool.
No, we use cards, but you had to bet the equivalent value in cards of what the other person bet, right? So if I put in a $3 King Griffey Jr., you had to put in like a $3 Bo Jackson or like 2 Ozzie Smiths that were like $1.50 each, whatever, right?
Right.
Build up to it. Well, the only way back then to get the accurate value of a card was with a Beckett, right? The Beckett magazine. And I was the one who always went and bought the Beckett and had the Beckett. And so whenever somebody threw their cards in the middle, I'd be like, okay, my King Griffey Jr., looking at it, says $2.50. I say, my King Griffey Jr. is worth $3. Here you go. They throw in the Randy Johnson. It's worth $3.50. I say, oh, that Randy Johnson's worth $2.25.
Oh, Rocky, that's
they have to throw in
funny.
75-cent card.
You're the bank.
I didn't cheat.
You're the bank.
I didn't cheat with the cards. I was the bank, and
you were dyslexic. It's all right.
It's not my fault. I was homeschooled. I didn't know how to read.
Yeah, no, I get it. Trust me, I understand.
It's not my fault. It was survival of the fittest. Blame my mother.
Nice.
Anyway,
nice.
But yeah, so we did that. So I was busy doing that sort of shit instead of trying to get my associate's degree like my friends were. Well, I mean, like other homeschool kids were. I didn't have any friends. Let's be honest. I mean, I was homeschooled. Like, how many homeschool kids you know that actually have friends?
You just do travel sports?
No. So here's the other deal.
That's how you make friends.
So I did do travel sports. Sorry, back it up. I did wrestling, and wrestling by nature is a travel sport because you have to go to a different town.
Yeah, but if you're a team of one, you ain't gonna have any teammates.
Well, no, I was on a kids club. I was on a club.
Okay.
And so I wrestled club wrestling all the way till I was 17. So, and then I coached after that. So, so I did make friends during the wrestling season, but
how the hell you were able to keep that hog in that singlet?
Oh man, I tell you what, it's cold in those gymnasiums, boy. It became an innie real quick. Listen, it's not that I have a small penis. It's just that it's an innie and not an outie.
Hey, don't worry. When all those 80,000 Chiefs fans stand out there, Arrowhead, they know, they understand.
Yeah, you know exactly what that feeling's like. You know, when you're out there freezing your ass off in Arrowhead, and everything sucks up inside of you, and next thing you know, it's starting to come out your backside. Anyway, so on today's show, we're going to talk a lot about. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of people trying to make excuses for why the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, or saying that the Chiefs got assistance from the referees, or that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills got robbed, or that the Chiefs are lucky and that the fix is in and the NFL is rigged, and everybody has an excuse for why the Chiefs shouldn't be where they are, for why the Chiefs shouldn't be 17-2 on the season, really 17-1 on the season, because they didn't care about that Denver game. Why the Chiefs won their last 2 Super Bowls, made it to 2 straight Super Bowls, are threatening a three-peat right now. Everybody has an excuse for why it's not their team and it's the Chiefs, and none of it is because the Chiefs are the best organization in football. It's all an excuse that frees their team from any responsibility frees them from any responsibility, frees them from accepting the fact that their team just got beat. It allows them to point a finger and make it somebody else's fault, somebody else's problem. And before we get any further, I got a video we're gonna watch. It's from the movie Rocky Balboa, and I'll set this up for you a little bit. So in the video, Rocky Balboa's son feels like he's kind of living in Rocky Balboa's shadow a little bit, and he's saying, like, listen, I don't want you to take this fight because everybody's gonna make fun of me, and I don't like it. And Rocky Balboa says, listen, life isn't all sunshine and rainbows. And then he just goes from there. And so I'm not going to say anything else, but I'm going to play the clip in its entirety. We're going to listen to it, and then we'll go on from there. All right. That you feel like they don't ever call penalties on the Chiefs when they're holding your guys on. It's not anybody's fault but you. No game should come down to one play. You should go out and definitively beat the other team. Every team's going to be hard. Life is hard. You got to go out there and you got to take it. You got to win without excuses. And this isn't just for you, Bills Mafia. This goes out to a lot of national media people too. This goes out to Dan Orlovsky, Adam Schefter, Andre Reed. There's a lot of people in the national media that are making a lot of excuses, saying that the refs are handing the Chiefs the game and pushing.
It's the narrative now.
They're pushing forward this tired narrative that's not true. And especially those of you who are in very, very large market, large seats, large voices who've built their careers in sports media, you're better than this. That's a coward's way out that you are taking right now. Adam Schefter, by tweeting out that conspiracy theory and trying to link credence to it, you discredit yourself and you make yourself a coward. You are better than that. And so it's disappointing because you see a lot of guys that you thought that you respected in this game really just go leaning into this like crazy, like excuse making, blaming everybody else. It couldn't possibly be that the other teams aren't as good as the Chiefs. Couldn't possibly be that the Chiefs are the greatest organization in history. Couldn't be that they're the best team in history. It couldn't be anything because they're not as talented as the other team. Listen, it doesn't matter because guess what? You don't have to be the most talented to be a champion. Rocky Marciano wasn't the most talented fighter in the world, but he went undefeated. Like being a champion isn't all about talent. It's about perseverance. It's about how much, like he said, you can take, you can hit, and keep moving forward. Eric Bieniemy used to say all the time, you have to be willing to strain for every single inch and find a way to drag your ass across the finish line. Like it's like talent is just a piece of it. Talent is great, but what is it? They say that. What does it say that? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work, or something like that, right?
Something
similar like that, and it's true. Like you have to be willing to literally go to an extreme that nobody else is willing to go for. You have to be willing to be playing in the blistering cold and shatter your helmet and get up and try to keep playing like Patrick Mahomes did last year. Like you have to be willing to do what nobody else is willing to do to win the game. And the Chiefs are willing to do that, And so like pointing the finger at anybody else except for the team that lost, it's a loser's mentality. It's a poverty mentality. And it's quite frankly bullshit.
I mean, if Dalton Kincaid would have just caught a football that was hit his hands, then it could have been a different story. But the fact that you have to rely and go back to that vice, so boo hoo hoo, he couldn't. The refs are just all down the Chiefs. You know what? Like they just want Chiefs. Let's be completely honest. If the NFL referees or the NFL was a collusion of any type of team that they would want to be like, oh yeah, they're going to win, either be big markets like Dallas, somewhere in New York, or somewhere in LA. That's what they would do. That's how they would rig it. Why would they use the Kansas City Chiefs, put on quotes, it ain't no flyover state anymore, It's they say, oh, a flyover. No, we're put on the damn map. I'm getting tired of all this little P, little D, however you want to call it, energy from all these fans, because that's just all they're doing right now. Because they should have won the game a different way, and you know what? They lost. There's no way you're gonna beat the Chiefs.
Well, and with a lot of the national media guys, like Schefter in particular,
it's ridiculous. He wants to be a personality now. I feel like he just wants to be a personality, not a fact or anything like how it used to be.
Well, and I feel like so much of it is the fact that you talk about like the flyover state and like the East Coast and West Coast biases. It's that these guys who have grown up, it's a boomer mentality. It's a bunch of boomers who grew up with Tom Brady being the GOAT and an East Coast team of the New England Patriots being the greatest franchise and Bill Belichick being the greatest coach, and that never being questioned. That was never questioned. You could not question it. And now people are starting to question it, and they hate it. They're so old and rigid, and the older somebody gets, unless they fight against it, they become more rigid. It's just a fact. Like when you're 10 years old and your buddy says, let's go outside and play in the rain, what do you say?
Let's go.
Let's go. When you're 45 years old, most 45-year-old men are like, no, I don't want to do that. It's cold. It's wet. It's blah, blah, blah. I don't play anymore. I'm a man. I'm a serious person. I'm too tired. My back hurts. My knees hurt. I can't do that. When you're 14 and your buddy's like, hey, let's go jump in this pool fully clothed. You're like, oh, cool. That sounds like fun. Let's do it. When you're in high school and somebody's like, hey, let's climb this tree and then hop over to the roof of this building. Sure, it's stupid as shit that you do that kind of stuff, but you're like, let's do it. As an adult, you're like, oh no, I might fall and hurt myself. Oh, I might do this. Oh, I have to consideration of my family. I have consideration of my of getting hurt, or my body hurts. I'm not strong enough. I'm not in good enough shape to do that anymore. Because once you put yourself in one place for so long, you become sedentary and rigid in that place. And these people have become sedentary and rigid in their fandom and in their concepts of what the NFL is, of what greatness in the NFL looks like. And for them, it was Brady and Belichick and nothing else. And anything that tries to crack them outside of that mold, they're like cement blocks trying to hold on to that mold for dear life, and they are not pliable, and they're just going to either shatter or hold it together as tight as they can, and they're going to shatter because the mold's being broken. Like, this has never been done before. Records are made to be broken. There's always going to be a next great one,
because this is clearly this is a dynasty. Like that, let's just lock it in. Who cares if they win or lose this one? The fact that they got here third straight time, that should solidify you being one of the greatest teams ever to play this. The last 3 year span to ever play this sport. So if they can get this thing done, which I mean, we'll probably talk about it more next week about the game, but man, just the fact to etch that into immortality, to just shove it down everybody's throats who doubted you this entire 3 years. They doubted him 2 years ago. They doubted him last year, and they doubted him this year. Like they keep doubting. That's why I gave up doubting and joined. I drank the juice from this colt. Like I understood what was happening here.
The colt of the hamster.
Yeah, the colt of the hamster.
Colt of the hamster. Here's the thing too, is like part of it is because a lot of it, I think, is the way that the Chiefs came into the league, and it came into prominence with Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes, and they were throwing the ball all over the yard, and there was quick strike offense and yada yada yada, and they still, in the back of their heads, it's like when you're in a relationship and you feel like every single time you say something, your partner reacts a certain way and you don't like it. And then you mention that to them and then they change it, but still in the back of your head, you think they're going to react the same way every single time, even though they're not going to, because you've developed this idea in your head of who this person is. The national media has developed this idea in their head that Patrick Mahomes is this chuck it deep gunslinger, take risks. Chiefs are a quick strike offense, or that's what they want to be. And the fact that they aren't, that they're a methodic, slow process, like quick passes, move methodically and slowly down the field, long drive, sustained drive offense now is just breaking their brains, and they think, oh, well, this offense isn't as good as it used to be. So this team is not as good as it used to be. So they're not going to be able to beat these other teams that have to put up these big numbers. Right. But here's the thing. Everybody wants the Chiefs to be a cobra that's just, or a black mamba that quick strikes, grabs it, shoots poison and shit into the person, kills it, and then moves away again, right?
Yeah.
That's who the Chiefs are. The Chiefs are a boa constrictor. The Chiefs are going to slide up to you, wrap their body around you, and squeeze the ever effing life out of you until you're dead, and then eat your body.
What that's what they do constantly. But what I've also loved throughout the entire season is the fact that now Andy Reid is in his damn bag. Like, he is pulling things out that we haven't seen since 2 years ago, actually, and getting first downs, getting scoring plays off of these said plays, and clinching the game and winning the game by the Samaje Perine over the left side. This is Andy at its finest. Why would he reveal all his plays throughout the remainder of the first 2 to 3 years? You know he was doing shit on purpose. You know how, like, every single game that he was in, he probably felt confident. Like, oh, yeah, no, we're going to win this one. Like, I mean, we got something down up here. We're going to get that to convert. Boom, done. We win. Or boom, defense done something. Boom, we win. Andy's going to continue to do this no matter what. Like, especially, why would you play all your cards regular season? I love that. You mentioned Dan Orlovsky being one of, like, the big guys that have been pushing out. He even said, I didn't even see, the Chiefs haven't ran this concept at all this year, and they pulled it out. It's like, why would he think you used to be a damn quarterback in the league? A terrible one to be exact, but still, you should have. It's Andy freaking Reid.
Oh, 100%. It's Andy freaking Reid. And Andy freaking Reid gave 0 Fs against the Bills. He said, yeah, what? We're going to go for it on 4th down on the wrong side of the 50. I'm going to do designed runs to Patrick Mahomes. And if he gets hurt, he gets hurt. But we're leaving it all out there. And that's the whole thing. Like, that's the whole mentality of you're like, if you want to be the champion, you have to beat the champion. If you're going to come for the crown, don't miss. Because at the same time, the champion's going to be fighting his effing to the effing last breath, tooth and nail, gritted teeth, down to the bone, everything he's got to hold on to his throne. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not just going to come and take my throne and not get any fight back from me. Like, you're going to, like, I hear you're coming for my throne. I'm taking it and I'm meeting you in the battlefield, and we'll settle it there. You're not getting to my gates. I'll meet you outside the gates in the battlefield. I'm going to take that shit to you. That's exactly how Andy Reid called the game. He said, we're going to go out there. We're going to win the game. And that's what the Chiefs did. The better team, like, here's the thing that nobody wants to accept, is that the better team won the football game. The better coach team won the football game. The team who played better football in the game won the football game. The quarterback who played better won the football game. I watched so much, like, Bills all 22 film ahead of the game, and I'll give the Bills credit. They are an extremely talented football team. They are a good football team. They are also their offense. And listen, Joe Brady is a good offensive coordinator. He is also a very predictable offensive coordinator. There's never, if you watch the game, there was never a time where the Chiefs were really fooled by what Buffalo was trying to do. The Chiefs defense was not caught off guard once in that game, because they know if Josh Allen lines up under center, he is either keeping it and running to the left or up the middle, or he is handing it off to James Cook. Or the one passing play they have out of under center is that little swing pass to the flat that he threw to James Cook that they picked up a first down on. They've run that play all the time. That's their one passing play out of under center. Josh Allen does not throw the ball while he's under center. So if they go under center, it is a running play. If they're in the middle of the field, from 130 to the other 30, they are in like 80% of the time in some form of a jumbo formation. 12 personnel, 13 personnel. Maybe even a lot of times they'll start out in a bunch out, and then they'll shift all the wide receivers in to the line of scrimmage and like use them almost like they're tight ends, right?
Yeah.
But they are running the ball in a jumbo formation 80% of the time at midfield. And they just run the ball. Then once they get past the 30, Josh Allen starts throwing the ball out of shotgun. I mean, it's so predictable what they're going to try to do that the Chiefs were not caught off guard. But they are so well coached and so talented that even when you know what they're going to do, it's extremely hard to stop it, which is why they don't care if you know what they're going to do, because they're saying, we're going to go helmet to helmet, and our helmet's going to beat your helmet. The problem is that the Bills ran into the two-time defending NFL champions who had Andy Reid as their head coach, Steve Spagnuolo as their defensive coordinator, and they said, listen, tush push isn't going to work here. Like we're going to sell out to beat the tush push. If we hop off sides, that's fine, but we're going to try to jump the snap and beat the tush push. We're going to I'm Spagnuolo. I'm going to disguise my blitzes.
Gosh,
right?
Chris Jones got one in there. Like, didn't he timed it perfectly, got in there and got it. What is either him or Wharton? One of the defensive tackles got it.
Chris Jones did. And there's another one where Drew Tranquil went over the top, grabbed Josh Allen in midair and like twisted his body to like pull him backwards. It was like some sort of Mortal Kombat shit that was awesome. And
he's a stud.
But the defense was so ready and they game planned so well to beat them. And with the Dalton Kincaid play, you talked about that last one. Here's another tendency that Josh Allen has. If he is under pressure, he is going to throw the ball deep. If he rolls out, he's under pressure. If he's blitzed, whatever, he doesn't try to dump it off short. He just chucks it deep to one of his wide receivers, which we saw that multiple times in this game, including that Dalton Kincaid play. Yeah. Now, everybody says, oh, Josh Allen made such a great throw. He threw it only where Dalton Kincaid could get it. He threw the ball to a place. He threw the ball to a place where he could throw the ball to. He just chucked the ball. Dalton Kincaid was able to come back to it. But the reason why the Chiefs defenders weren't there is because it wasn't where the ball was supposed to be thrown according to the route, right? You know,
right.
It's that it was a bad throw that had a lot of air under it. So
I wouldn't say it wasn't a bad throw, I'd say, because it went to a spot where no one's at, where a possible catch could have happened.
Yeah, I wouldn't say, okay, so it's not a bad throw. It wasn't an accurate throw.
It's an intelligent throw because he put it to where his Bills guy was. I don't
even think he
he just threw it.
I don't think he intentionally put it where nobody else was at. I think he threw it and it went to where nobody else was at.
Because it was literally a high arcing. Like it was.
And Dalton Kincaid came back for it and tried to make a play on the ball. But here's the deal. Like, I don't begrudge Dalton Kincaid because in the moment, you're coming back, you're diving. Like if you make that
hit your hands, man. Hit your hands. It doesn't matter. Hit your hands.
It's an amazing play if you catch it, but it's not like
David Tyree wants to use his helmet and his hand. One hand.
And it's considered one of the greatest plays in history.
This could have been one of the greatest plays.
It could have been. It could have been. But what I'm saying is that he had an opportunity at greatness.
Yeah.
He did not seize the opportunity for greatness. But it doesn't mean he's a bad player that he dropped it.
I don't know. Dalton Kincaid has absolutely. I think he's been a bust tight end this entire time he's been in the league.
All right, well,
I'm just saying.
The other narrative out there is that Josh Allen should have thrown it to Khalil Shakur on the swing route on the right-hand side. But here's the deal. He had two naked blitzers coming down on from that side, forcing him to roll right. He's not going to throw the ball back over his shoulder opposite side of the field. Like, and you can't say, oh, he should have seen that, because you're not an NFL quarterback that has two grown-ass men bearing down on you, sprinting full speed.
Have you ever put a VR headset on?
Yeah, I have.
Have you played the football game on there?
No, I haven't.
Dude, sometimes I don't understand how quarterbacks can make throws or see over the line, or so like I can't stand that armchair warrior. And this is just me. This is a VR thing I'm talking about. Imagine doing it in real life. People running at you. Real people
actually
running at you.
Imagine actually getting hit by Chris
terrifying.
Jones.
It's terrifying.
By Chris Jones.
No,
right?
That's why I cannot stand people who are like that.
My kidney would come out my asshole the first time I got hit by Chris Jones.
Way too many people play Madden now these days where they think anything can happen. Like, I'll be completely honest. Like, I Madden guy for Arrowhead Pride. I watch it clear as day. I play the game every single day if I can. I could see how people can sit back like, oh, you should have saw that. Because I mean, if I was doing this, I had control, I would have slinged it over there. Yeah, you're playing a freaking video game.
Well, and you have so many guys that are sitting there in front of their computers doing podcasts like we are with their all 22 film, playing it in slow motion, watching it over and over and over again, pausing it, saying, right here, see, look, clear Shakir was open on the swing route. He should have done the check and done the read to the left side and hit him, and then the game would have been over. They would have won. Like, you don't have the benefit of a pause button, a slow motion, a rewind, of all 22 view. Like, you are at field level in the moment, having somebody trying to effing murder you, and you're expected to make that decision in a split second.
Hey, that's why they get paid the big bucks.
If you could do it, you would be doing it. And if you can't do it, then you can't say somebody else should have done it. It's as simple as that.
I agree.
And listen, better team won. The better team won. There were 6 fumbles in the game, and the Buffalo Bills recovered all of them. That is a statistical anomaly that is insane.
Were there 6?
6 total fumbles.
Who fumbled
between the Chiefs and the Bills?
Bills. The Chiefs had more fumbles than the Bills?
No, I think the Chiefs only had 2. Patrick Mahomes had a fumble, and then
that was recovered. I just remember Josh Allen dropping it twice.
Josh Allen had a few fumbles, but they recovered all their own fumbles.
Yeah.
Like, that's the deal, is that there were 6 fumbles, and the Bills recovered all of them. Like, that's like they say, like, the ball's funny shaped, and sometimes it doesn't bounce your way, right? The ball bounced the Bills' way 6 times in a row.
But Rocky, the referees were already on the Chiefs' side the entire time.
Yeah,
how do you think they're going to win? Like,
exactly. That's
what are we doing here?
Like, you think the refs are trying to steal the game from you? The football gods gave you 6 get out of jail free cards.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, Josh Allen nearly threw back-to-back interceptions on the opening drive, and Brian Cook couldn't catch them.
That was back. That was 2 with 3 plays. Yeah. That was.
Literally, like, it could have been way worse.
We now know why Cook is a defensive guy, not a wide receiver.
Well, we also know why Cook got outsnapped by Chamari Connor by 22% of snaps. Chamari Connor played 77%.
I was noticed.
He played 77% of the snaps in that game. He started.
How do you feel about that?
It's insanity. I don't feel good about it at all.
I saw Najee Johnson out there for a little bit. I'm glad they pulled him off.
So Najee Johnson played, I think it was 16%. I just wrote the snap count article for Arrowhead Pride today. And so it was interesting though, because last game Jaden Hicks outsnapped Chamari Connor by quite a bit. And this week Jaden Hicks was outsnapped by Chamari Connor, but Jaden Hicks and Chamari Connor and Justin Reed all outsnapped Brian Cook in this game, which is interesting. And the Chiefs started the game, interesting enough, in a big nickel. So their starting lineup,
but didn't get Connor got hurt last week, not the Bills game, but the week prior, didn't he? Like early. That's probably why his snap cap was so down.
He was out a little bit. Yeah, that's probably true. But the interesting thing about it is that Drew Tranquill didn't technically start this game either, because the Chiefs started in nickel.
Oh yeah,
they came out nickel for
I hate how that's in the stat book of like, oh yeah, no, he didn't start because they came out of nickel defense. Like, come on now, like that ain't fair.
It's one play.
Yeah, one play. It wasn't a starter.
Wasn't a starter in that game.
Damn, but he still made an impact. Drew Tranquill.
He definitely played plenty of snaps.
That Drew Tranquill is so good.
Yeah, Drew Tranquill is so good. It's insane how well the Chiefs defense has been playing especially since Jalen Watson came back. Jalen Watson has unlocked the defense and kept Joshua Williams off the field. Joshua Williams played 0 snaps against the Bills.
I saw he wasn't out there.
Crazy. Yeah, which is crazy. Nico Remigio played 3 snaps.
Gosh, great on special teams.
Kingsley Suamataia played a snap, not on special teams, like a snap on offense.
When?
He had one or two snaps in the game.
When?
I don't know when he played it. I was looking at the snap counts. He was credited with either one or two snaps. And so
was this big ass out there for the first down play?
Maybe
as like a blocker or something.
Something like that. It was interesting though that he had a couple of snaps and Joshua Williams didn't get on the field at all, and Wanya Morris was inactive. So
I'm happy Wanya was inactive.
Yeah, but that tells you what they think of Wanya versus Kingsley at this point, is that they'd rather have Kingsley active than Wanya. Or
Wanya couldn't be hurt.
He wasn't on the injury report. He was inactive.
No, like that stopped the team never before doing that.
Yeah, I know. All right. Anyway, before we get out of here, the Chiefs have an opportunity at greatness.
They do.
They do. Win away from immortality. And they just have the Philadelphia Eagles standing in their way. And next week we'll really dive into the Eagles-Chiefs matchup. But before we get to all that, a couple quick points that just my thoughts on the subject is that obviously Chiefs are going to win. I think that the Bills are a better team than the Eagles. I think the Chiefs are going to have an easier time.
Rocky. The Eagles would destroy the Bills.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
What's because they have Saquon Barkley, because they have A.J. Brown, because they have Devonta Smith, because they have Jalen Carter, because they have Cooper DeJean, because they have
No. Because the Eagles got Big Dom.
Oh, the Eagles got Big Dom. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't matter because they're not playing the Bills; they're playing the Chiefs. And the four most important aspects of any football team are A, the quarterback, B, the head coach, and then tied for C, C-A and C-B are the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. And in this game, Chiefs clearly have the better quarterback, clearly have the better coach, clearly have the better defensive coordinator. And that's not a slight to Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio is a great defensive coordinator. He's not Steve Spagnuolo. And he doesn't have the big game experience and record that Steve Spagnuolo has. And he's not going for his third straight Super Bowl title like Steve Spagnuolo is. And then offensive coordinator, that's the only one where I'll give him a toss up or a split. I'll say Kellen Moore gets the.
I love Kellen Moore. Sorry, I'm a big Kellen
over
Moore
Matt Nagy. I'll give him Kellen Moore over Matt Nagy. But that's 3 out of the 4 most important aspects of a football team that the Chiefs have the clear edge of them over. I am not worried. And guess what? Matt Nagy's not coming up with that game plan by himself for the offense, right?
You think he's coming with that game plan?
Exactly. So we're really saying Andy Reid or Kellen Moore, and I'm taking Andy Reid in spades there as well.
Nagy's just there to, hey, Andy, you need some more coffee or more paper, you need a pencil or something? I got you.
Cheeseburger, Big Red? Can I get you a cheeseburger?
You need a little tug down there? I got you, man.
Yeah, exactly. You want to do some soaking? You can soak in me. All you need,
dude,
right
I will be your thumper underneath if you need me there, man. I got you.
I will just crawl underneath your desk and just sit there. No movement, buddy.
Just start kicking. I can do that as well.
Yeah, I can do whatever you need me to do.
You say jump how high, sir?
Yeah, exactly. You want me to listen? You just want me to sit in the corner, naked in a chair with a gag ball in my mouth?
You know
sure.
What? And
whatever you need.
For Matt Nagy, I respect it for him. I do.
I mean, but let's be honest. If it was to help the Chiefs win a 3rd Super Bowl, and Andy Reid said, the one thing I need from you, Rocky, in order for me to be able to really get the creative juices flowing to come up with this game plan to win the football game, is for you to sit naked in a chair in my office with a gag ball in your mouth and just stare at me directly into my eyes, like completely butt naked. I would do that in a heartbeat, without a doubt.
I know you would. I know you would. I know you would.
There is literally like Ronnie Lott once had part of his pinky chopped off so he could go back into a game, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if
which is ridiculous, but you know what? Respect
insanity. Nobody would do that now. No. Nobody would do that now. It was complete insanity.
You'd be out 5 weeks.
Yeah, they even suggested it back then. But He did.
How does that work? Hold on. You chopped that pinky off. How do you cauterize that real quick?
I think they probably cauterized and they gauzed the shit out of it.
And you know how bad that hurt? That had to have hurt. I forget. It sucks when you get a splinter or stub your toe on something.
He's a tough son of a bitch, isn't he?
You'd have to be. Dude, you would.
Jesus Christ.
They don't build them like that anymore.
They don't build them like that. I tell you what, I love Justin Reed, but he ain't getting his finger cut off.
Oh, no, he's
stay
not.
in the football game. But literally, you could probably cut off my finger for a Super Bowl. I'd let you take a finger. I mean, I would.
Braves would want his penis chopped off. So I mean, was it Vrabel who said he'd have his dick chopped off for a Super Bowl?
Yeah, his dick chopped off for a Super Bowl. Listen, I don't know if I get my dick. I mean, I would consider it.
Three-peat.
I consider it. You can take my ears. You can take my nose.
Would you chop your peat for a three-peat?
God, you can take my nips. You can slice my nips off.
Oh, that would hurt.
That would hurt. Take all my toes. I'd give you all my toes. Easy. My dick though.
Telling you, Vrabel would do it just for one Super Bowl. This is for back, Rocky. I'd suggest it. I'm not doing it.
Listen, right now I'm leaning no, but if we're in the fourth quarter and we're down, if we're in the
if you're in the fourth quarter, you're down.
And it's like, and God comes down from heaven. He says, "Listen, I'm going to give Patrick Mahomes the divine ability he needs to score this touchdown and win the game. But first, I need to chop off your dick and take it back to heaven with me." I'm probably saying, "God, take my dick. I sacrifice my dick unto you."
Rocky, there's nothing, no going back after that.
No, there's no going back after that. But I think I'd probably do it in the moment. But would you?
No.
Would you chop off your dick for a Raiders Super Bowl?
No.
You're not a real fan.
I'm not that diehard to football that way, buddy. Oh man. You know what? If it was for back-to-back Super Bowls, yeah, I'd do it.
Was it for 3 straight Super Bowls? Would you do it?
If it starts next year, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because here's the thing too. I'd want to like put it on display or something, make it like a trophy. It'd be like, you know what? Hey,
I'm gonna keep.
Hey! We got 3 ships, baby.
Yeah, I'd be all over. I would be over TikTok and Instagram, and like, hey, bro, TikTok back. Here's my dick.
We winning, baby.
I'd make Clark Hunt put that shit on display at Arrowhead in the Chiefs Hall of Honor. Like this third Super Bowl.
It needs to be right next to the Lombardi.
Yeah, that shit needs to be in Canton. This dick is responsible for the Chiefs winning their 3rd straight Super Bowl and achieving the 3-peat. Without this dick, that 3rd 3-peat would not have happened. This 3-inch dick is why the 3-peat happened. An inch per Super Bowl.
Oh, my face hurts.
And with that, that's all we got for you guys today. As always, we love you guys. Like, rate, and subscribe. You can find us on social media. I'm at Rocky Magaña. He's Kramer at Kramer Talks. And we love you guys, and we really appreciate all your support. And we're going for the 3-peat, baby. All right. Love you guys. Hope you earned the privilege of your time. We'll see each other soon. Love each other. Be good to each other.